Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet, to not necessarily a new game to Steam, but one that is new to the 1.0 release. This is the Corpsmen, a roguelite deck builder that's all about taking different parts of monsters and splicing them all together, Frankenstein-like, which apparently you take on missions and they change how your deck works. Kind of a freaky concept, but kind of like an interesting art style as well. We're going to take a look at it. The devs were kind enough to send us over a key so that way we could check it out in preview for the full release, which is coming on September 6th. But like I said, this game has been available in early access since 2021. So a little bit of a long stretch in early access. That being said, we are going into full release. If you want to check out the Steam page, link will of course be down in the description as always. And if you want to jump to my final thoughts, head to the end. I'll put a tag at the end for all that, but stick around and watch the video. So let's go ahead and jump in. New game. I did start a new game and I lasted all, I didn't even really play. I just jumped in and checked out the opening cutscene. And I was like, you know what? Because I was like, do we want to actually give this a playthrough first to see what's going on? But I was like, you know what? No, we'll just go in. We'll go in raw. We'll do this raw. We'll do it live. And we'll all experience this together. So we've got a little opening cutscene here. Now, I have watched this. It's kind of like comic book style where, you know, we're eating with our little bear buddy who's all Frankenstein together. And then we just leave him. We leave him at home. And I'm not sure why we turned into a ghost for a second, but yeah, we're in a town square. There's some Frankenstein animals behind us. I'm really curious how this is going to turn out. Finally, a fully registered corpseman. Mother and father would be proud. All right, time to head to the mess. The mess. Let us go to the mess. Hello, Private Ganyonz reported for duty. Hello there. Welcome to the Revification Service Center, but most people just call us The Mess. I am Dr. Mary Sue. Oh boy, Mary Sue, huh? Oh, what is this, little squirrel boy with little lizard legs? Interesting. First day on the job, Private? Yes, ma'am. Private Ganyonz, ma'am. Don't make a ma'am sandwich, and I'll only bother to remember your name if you make it back from your first mission. Wait, what? Please follow me quickly. There are a lot of enlisted joining us today, so we'll have a little time for the procedure. Yes, ma'am. We got a procedure going on down in here. I don't know why he's Western, but I feel like he is. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. This is your Living Construct Harvesting Index. That is a long name. Here is where you catalog the creature parts you have managed to harvest and bring back. That is morbid. And before you even ask, no, your fellow corpsemen are not things you can harvest, no matter how vile they may be. Stupid rules. Now, if you look carefully here, you can see that the council has 3 creatures cataloged for you to use. This is the standard creature combination for all new corpsemen. This area over here is where you construct your creation. Start with the body, like so, and just fill out the rest like you would your taxes. Pretty self-explanatory. Once you're done, just confirm the parts you're using with us and register your adorable abomination once it is walking around. All right, go for it. I'll be waiting outside at my desk. Oh, okay. Ma'am, I have a... Bloody hell. Okay, now we're British. So, each body part does different things and will develop skills as the living construct develops, right? I suppose so. Each body part will usually have key features like claws, teeth, hooves, or fangs. These features will allow your newly created creatures to unlock different types of moves, so choose what body parts you give them. So a claw would have a scratch attack, 0 mana, deal 2 damage. That was 0 out of 10. I only saw 1 page. Okay, so now can I see what each one does? No, I guess we're just, okay, I guess we're just choosing. So let's pick a head. Maybe the body doesn't do anything. Maybe this does. So there's clearly icons here. They must mean different things. So let's go with the kitty head. Oh wait, I gotta put it up here. Okay, we have a kitty head. Yeah, so we have different like teeth, fang, beak, horn. Okay, so those must correlate with certain actions or certain cards. Let's go with the lizard legs. Oh wait, these are front legs. So wait, and I can put different leg. Oh, we can have like a real abomination going. All right, and then let's go with just 2 hooves. Nice. And I guess that's it. Oh, we get a tail too. What do we want? Let's go with fuzzy tail. Wait, can I not put a fuzzy tail on? Where does the tail go? I don't have a tail slot. All right, that's fine. We'll skip the tail. I guess we confirm. Oh, we're bringing him to life. What's his name going to be? We're going to call him Chuck. That's right. Put on them goggles. He's alive. Hey, that almost said Chuck. It's like the game knew. Live! That was the best looking effect so far. That lightning was kind of cool. Oh my god, they made him look dead. Okay, let's bring our boy Chuck to life. Dum dum. Dum dum. That is a scarier sound than I assumed Chuck would make. Holy crap, that was loud. This is Chuck. Okay, so I better make sure to imprint on it some basic skills, huh? Should I go with something more aggressive or defensive? Aggressive, duh. Our music has also ended. Yeah, now this says... Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, there should probably be... Wait. Can I not go back? Okay, yeah, there should probably be arrows here, so that way I can go forward and backward in the tutorial. So... Anyway, I'm sure this is going to be mostly self-explanatory. There are 3 types of move your creature can learn: attack, skill, and power. Okay, well, if you're going to have power here, then why not just have it in the previous one where it's the same? Okay. Each move your creatures learn, and wait, wow, my brain just completely flopped those words. Each move your creatures learns and uses will affect their personalities. The more you make them use a move, the more they will adopt their behavior. There are 3 identifiable personalities. First is the aggressive personality. Having them learn and use attack moves will usually make them more aggressive, allowing them to learn more aggressive moves in the future. The second is cunning personality. Having them learn and use skills will make them more cunning, allowing them... Okay, will make them learn more, and stubborn. Be careful out there, as you can contract ailment cards that have a variety of detrimental effects. Some ailments can go away on their own, while others only worsen over time, but they finally abate or worse are here to stay. You can't know until it's run its course. You can remove them at the fugue, but at the cost of your monster's max health. Okay. So I'm choosing a card. Oh, so I'm drafting 4 cards? Is that what I'm doing? See, so toughness increases block applied by the number of tokens, +1 for every 4 skills played by this monster. Probably just going to go damage. Deal 3 damage, discard your top 2 cards of your draw pile. I guess that seems fine. I mean, unless there's no shuffling your deck, your discard into your deck, which would seem weird, but alright, we'll go ride by. Let's go quick reflex. Let's go block. We'll go a little bit of both. I'm not really sure what we necessarily need. Grab another ride by. Like, is this my whole deck? Ooh, that's a pretty good one. All right, we'll grab strike. Ah, I see you are all done then. Nice laugh. Lots of gusto in it. Yes, thank you, ma'am. I'm all done. I named it Chuck. Oh, you named it? Well, I suppose that is your decision, I guess. Anyway, I know you young kids have short attention spans and time today is short, so I'll let you borrow 2 creatures from the preserve for you to use on your first mission. The game has been oddly silent. Where did my music go? This is experiment. These are experiments 626 and 627 respectively. May they serve you better than they did their maker. Why'd they give him a big claw and a little claw? Oh, what happened to them? Monster chat. Trying to get yourself killed out there. I would hate to have your wasted time. I would hate to have wasted my time on a pre-corpse. Now please head over to dispatch. This man is a stickler for time. Yes, ma'am. Man, that lady is abrupt. Well, better do what the lady says. That took me longer than expected. Dispatch is due east. Better start running. Okay, we've unlocked dispatch. Let's go check it out. Okay. So creature squad, top, middle, bottom. Create. Wait, what am I doing? Do I make them join squad? Oh, okay, I see. But I'm just gonna set them in the same order. So I guess we do this. I don't really know. Okay, embark. Private Ganyonz, you're late. It's 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. That's late. If you're not early, you're late. Hey! it's like they talked to my father. Sorry, sir. Learn from your mistakes now, kid, because right now it's free. Later on, these lessons will cost you an arm and a leg. Are you ready for your first mission, Private? Yes, sir. Okay, let's, alright, kiddo. This is the quest board. This is where you'll grab your mission. First, you want to look at what environment your mission is going to be in. There are 4 kinds of missions: easy, standard, hard, and hellish. Okay, easy enough. Easy and standard missions are the non-city critical jobs. This means that you can retreat from them when the going gets tough without much concern. Hard and hellish missions are where the monsters are stronger than normal and where you either complete the mission or die trying. Start you off with an easy mission. I would appreciate that very much. Here you can see there are different lengths of missions as well as what you will get from the city should you complete the mission. Location, length, short. Got it. And it's easy because it's got a little bunny on it. Now go. Time's a-wasting. Yes, sir, Private. I said hustle. Yes, sir. Alrighty here. We have our standard map that we're very used to seeing. Here's your mission map. You can see that your mission traverses across different biomes, so plan your team and your route to the mission objective properly. Ah, brings back memories. Alright, here's your first lesson. Keep your commands quick and clear, and most importantly, don't die. Alright, kiddo. Now I go break a leg. Alrighty, let's go ahead and hop in here. I suppose... Oh, so we got some fog of war stuff going on. Let's go ahead and go this way. 2 battles before the elite. Now, holy moly, these sound effects, man. Some of the sound effects are so loud. So I will say, I think it's a little odd. There's a couple things that are odd. They've made us make a couple tactical decisions before actually telling us why they're important or what they do, which I feel is a little weird. So yeah, so like I already had a deck, so I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, see, stuff like this would be kind of like nice to understand before actually jumping in and seeing it here. So each monster you create basically has 4 cards that it brings with it, and that makes a deck. So, okay, so our deck is 12 cards, right? We have 5. There's 7 in our deck. And so the way it works, I'm assuming, is if there's going to be buffs on individual creatures. And so you're getting hit for 10. What does this do? I'm assuming this is going to be block. Okay, let's pay attention to what's going on here first. So we have strength, increase attack damage by the number of tokens, +1 every 4 attack cards played by this creature. So currently it has 0, and this is going to be the first attack. So once you get 4 attacks, it builds up. That makes sense. Same thing with toughness. Okay, all this makes sense. Strength and toughness, that all makes sense. Okay, so I have 5 impetus, or 5 mana, I would assume. So weak deal 10 less attack damage per stack, 2 damage. Well, that's free, so we can do that. Let's deal 8 damage, draw a card. So if I do that... Okay, so I can apply block to somebody else. That's good. So why is discarding the top 2 cards bad? I don't think it is. But we're just going to throw defend here. Can we end turn? Let's see. What are you doing now? Well, what is this? I can't see what it is. These all have tooltips. This doesn't. I'm assuming this is he's gonna buff himself. So let's go ahead and draw 2. Oh, that's a good one. 14 damage. Boom, right in the kissa. Let's scratch him a couple times. And that's all we can do. Yeah, I don't know what you just did. Did you just increase these? I don't know. I honestly don't know what you just did. All right, well, let's go ahead and defend up. We'll chomp, apply weak. But that went down, not your damage. No, your damage did go down. This also went down. I sure wish I could see what this is. Like, what is this? 2 what? Oh, maybe this is how much I'm... Oh, that's how much I'm blocking. Freaking duh. Okay, we figured it out. It took way too long. All right, we're good here. Okay, let's scratch. Draw 2. Keep the weakness going. You're not doing anything, so we'll just do big damage. Must be targeted first. Might as well. What are we doing? 14 damage over here. Let's just stomp, get big damage. Apply weak. Ride by. We gotta apply some block. Okay. Strike kill. Nice. You failed to harvest any intact limb. Well, that's sad. We also got 5 pounds of meat. Sweet. Battles won. Looks like nothing happened. Okay. Excellent job, Private Ganyonz. You didn't die. Now remember, although you cannot retreat during a fight, you can do so when it is over. If you feel like you can't go on, just backtrack to fight another day. Though doing so will fail the mission, and we will confiscate all the goodies that you have gotten along the way as a penalty. But at least your critters will be alive, and both you and them will have learned something. Got it? Ooh, so our monsters might end up dying. And we have to start all over. Yes, sir. Good. Now I'm heading back. Is that it? You aren't following me or giving me more guidance? Nope. I believe in learning on the job and never repeating the same mistake twice. See, I lost one limb and then I never lost another one. Now get to it. I have paperwork. Yes, sir. All right, let's battle it out. Let's duke it. We got Hornopsis. Hornopsis. All right, let's go ahead and we're doing here. You're hitting me for big damage, huh? Big damage. Let's go ahead and get that toughness up. Let's go ahead and get that defense up. Let's scratch a boy, and then we'll ride by. What do we want now? Yeah, let's go ahead and wall of flesh. Can't do that, so let's go ahead and chomp this boy down. We'll ride by. Scratch. Oh, we can stomp a boy. Scratch him up. Do I have anything in my deck that can deal that much damage? No, not for 1 mana. Alright, so then let's just go ahead and... Yeah, might as well just ride by. Or might as well just chomp. Weaken him up. Man, 3 is a really rough number here. Alright, let's go ahead and strike him down. And become more powerful than you can imagine. Or something like that. Let's go. Alright, let's just ride by a couple times. We're only taking a couple damage up here. Are we bleeding? Is that what it is? Yeah, bleed. Okay. Okay, we stunned you. Now, how did we stun you? Yeah, I don't really know how that happened, per se. Something probably stacked up that I wasn't paying attention to, but... Yeah, it didn't necessarily tell me. I don't... well, none of my cards say that they stun, so yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, nice. Nice, we got the kill. Oh, we got a new leg. 626 has become more aggressive. So, are these new cards that I have access to now? Creatures learned a new skill. Oh, we get to draft a new one. Okay. So you get to learn a new move. Let's go ahead and grab the 6 damage and apply bleed. Okay. Now we get to do an elite fight. Oh, these guys look sweet. Trihorn Goat. Now, what are you doing? You're just buffing. So, let's do the most we can here. Let's go ahead and stomp, chomp, ride by. Okay, so you're just looking to buff again. Let's go ahead and bite, get a bleed on you. Let's strike. Maybe we can find... do I have... well, actually, I know what the last card is. Actually, do I want to do that, or do I want to save... no, I think that's fine. We'll go ahead and get rid of this draw, too. Man, these guys, they got a lot of health, a lot of block. All right. Let's go ahead... I would like to find... Wall of Flesh. No such luck. Okay, let's go ahead and block here. Well, there's the Wall of Flesh. It's a little bit too late, though. Let's go ahead and gain the toughness. I'm going to need that for, like, the Wall of Flesh going on. Let's go ahead and bite, apply the bleed here. Ride by. That's going to bring you down to 4. Oh, boy. We're taking some big damage here. So, let's go ahead and quick reflex. Try and draw some more. Oh, yikes. That's a big yikes. Okay, well, as long as we kill you, we're taking less damage here. Although, I want to make sure that we do get this off. 5 HP. There's no great way to do that. When does this bleed happen? -1 at the start of turn. Okay, so I can just ride by you. And then we can chomp here to weaken you. So that way we block. And then we can start working on you with scratching. Alright, now it's 3v1. We should be okay here. Let's go ahead and... actually, let's start by drawing 2. Stomp first. Got a lot of shield to take care of. Who are you attacking? You're attacking me? Yeah, let's block that. Let's go ahead and apply the bleed. Alright, now you're doing nothing. Again, I'm still... oh, we probably applied it earlier. Okay. So let's go ahead and draw 2. Apply the weak. Double scratch. Ride by. Actually, I don't think I can block... can I block bleed? No, it doesn't look like I can block bleed. Okay, so bleed goes through block. Makes sense. Only 12 is incoming, so we can block that. Let's go for strike, see if we can't draw something good. Nice. We get a bite, get some bleed off. Never mind, I don't have enough mana for that. But we can scratch and ride by. Okay, let's defend. We'll chomp, get some weak. Alright, just whittling down our boy here. You're attacking up here. Let's go ahead and... can I... wait. Can I kill him? Yeah, I think I can kill him. Can most definitely kill him. Very nice. No limbs, but we got a bunch of flesh. And Chuck has become more aggressive. Cool. So we're going to get to draw a card. And you have become more stubborn. A card can be upgraded. So can we only choose one of these? Well, I suppose we'll see. We could also give you the bleed. I think I actually like... Ooh, this is... So this is only Chuck gains 6 block. Oh, I didn't realize it would do that. Okay, so I thought forget would swap it over so I could look at my cards and forget one. That literally means skip. I think that that button should probably say skip instead of forget, because forget, like, because it's the opposite of learn, my brain thinks that it should be you're unlearning a skill that you already have. So that was a little confusing. So we missed out on that, but that's fine. Nothing there was, you know, great anyway. I guess maybe the bleed, but I'm not super worried about that. Card can be upgraded. Not sure why these cards can't be upgraded. There is a modifier here of some kind, and there's also these 3 numbers. I'm not exactly sure what those are indicating. Let's go for the strike. Let's see how we can upgrade this. So we can either go... Okay, so there's clearly something... Yeah... Click on the monster portrait. Okay, so this is... Oh, so maybe it's... Maybe it's how upgraded it becomes? So right now this is full. That sound effect is also really loud compared... Yeah, that's really loud. Yeah, so this 2 here is circled in red. This one's not, but it has a red indicator. This one doesn't have anything. Consumes it, so it only gets used once. Let's go ahead and just go for the draw 2. Oh, I can upgrade all of... Okay, let's just upgrade all of them then. This just turns into 1 extra damage. Yeah, it's fine. I don't want to consume it. You learn a new skill. Let's go ahead and... I don't think I want quick attack. That doesn't seem very good. I think I just want to skip. I don't really want another card. Okay, so let's go ahead and upgrade these. Let's upgrade Chomp. Let's see. So we can go to deal 2 damage, apply weak, draw 1 card, randomly consume 1 card from... Nah, I don't really like that. Deal 3 damage, apply 2 weak. I guess that's a little bit better. And then the scratches. How are we going to upgrade these? Deal 1 damage 2 times. I think this is better. We're going to do deal 1 damage 2 times. Ooh, apply 1 vulnerable? Okay, so there are different upgrade paths. And then what do we get here? Not really anything that I'm crazy about. Return 1 card from the lowest card from discard to your hand. Actually, Punch is pretty good. I'm going to take Punch. Because we can return our 0-cost cards. Okay, I'm going to go for the heal here. Each feeding costs 4 pounds of flesh. Okay, some of the sound effects are very not balanced. Some of them are, like, well, some of them are matching, but then others are... Okay, let's go ahead and turn these sound effects even lower. Some of them are really loud. Okay, so we got some yellow Dromas. They're both just powering up. So let's go ahead and draw a couple cards. And let's just stomp this boy. Trying to get him dead as fast as possible before he builds up a bunch of block. Yeah, like that. Alright, so let's scratch, apply some vulnerable. Which one's vulnerable? Vulnerable. Wait, does vulnerable go away? What the heck? Does vulnerable go away? Am I crazy and thinking vulnerable does take 1 extra damage per stack? Wow, vulnerable is not as good as I thought it was. Okay, let's see. Then we just scratch. We chomp. We bite. I guess I should have read it first, but yeah, I'm not sure why the stun is happening. Maybe if you take enough attacks, you get stunned. All right, let's see. So you're attacking here. Let's go ahead and just block all for 8. And that's all we got. Let's see. So if I scratch you, that's 1 attack. Scratch is 2 attacks. Punch is 3. So it looks like if you get attacked 3 times, you get stunned. Let's see. Let's try this again. So 1, 2, 3. No. Okay, I definitely didn't end my turn. I definitely clicked this button, but it ended my turn anyway. It's okay. We have a stomp. We can... Let's see. Let's scratch. We can punch. Get back to scratch. And then chomp for lethal. But the... Wait, the punch... I'm so confused. I'm not sure where stun is coming from. We've got new monster parts, though. Sweet! Card can be upgraded. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure why sometimes cards can be upgraded and sometimes they can't. Okay. Do 14, apply 2, vulnerable, gain 1... Oh, yeah, let's do that. Get more mana. Okay, we got a little campfire. Rest up. Get a little snacky snack. Alright, boss time. Let's go. Draconis, what are you doing? You're doing something to all of us, okay? Let's then... Well, I guess I'm just gonna toughen, and then we're just gonna wall of flesh. We can scratch. And that did what? That applied crippled. Take 1 extra damage, deal 10% less attack damage per stack. Clears if it is intact. Wait. I would really like it if I could read this tooltip. Clears if it has intact block at the end of turn. Okay. Gain a random card on start of turn. It costs 1 impetus more till end of turn. Okay. Let's see. So you're tagging me for 13. I already have 10 blocks, so I don't have to worry about that too much. So let's stomp. Gain more impetus for next turn. I want to be very careful where I click. Okay, so... Well, I could get back my scratch, but that doesn't do anything here. Awkward. So I actually what I need now is I need my wall of flesh back, so that way I can put block on everybody. Right? Because all my block... Yeah, I don't even have block in there. So let's just apply some bleed. Okay, we're stunned. Let's go ahead and vulnerable. Let's draw 2. Apply weak. It's actually quick reflex, draw 2. Deal 8 damage. Uh, 19 damage, huh? Alright, well, let's block that. We'll also threaten. We'll block here, block all the damage. And we'll scratch. Okay, nice. How close am I? Let's see. So if I do this, this, and then this will be stronger, right? So on the third attack, I'm going to get an additional strength. So I want to do chomp first. Scratch to apply the vulnerable. Oh, no, wait. This is going to be... So, is this going to bring him down to... Yeah, okay. So it didn't apply. Now it's applied. Yeah, I wish I could see what he's doing. Like, obviously now, like, I know that he applied the debuffs again, but like, this to me looks like he's attacking everybody. Oh, he is attacking everybody. Okay. I was going to say, because I didn't see from the health bar, but it's because we have 20 block. Okay. So, actually, we don't need to do that. We can just defend. We can go ahead and add 2 Scratch Claws to help build up our attack. Or to build up our strength. And there's nothing else really to do unless there are... Yeah, can't use tunnel vision. Okay. So we're just going to pass. Oh, let's see. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and... No, not punch. There's nothing in there to grab. We'll just strike. There we go. We can scratch. And that's all we can do. We're out of impetus. Let's draw first. Go ahead and bite. We'll scratch. Scratch with Chuck. And we'll just gain some block here. Save our HP. Might as well play. Actually, I should probably be playing block cards. Oh, I can't. I was going to say, even if I had the extra mana, I should probably be playing them because like then I can build up my toughness. Okay, so you're attacking my Chuck. Oh, we can do this just to gain the threaten. That's fine. Take the heat off Chuck. Let's go scratch. Punch him up. Scratch again. And that's all we got. Just scratch a couple times. Ride by. Yeah, I'm not sure what is triggering that. Okay, doesn't really matter where this goes, but we'll just use it to build up a little bit. Same thing here. Oh, this is specifically block cards. Okay. I was thinking that it was skill cards. Okay, makes sense. Let's see, so you're going to power up again. Let's go ahead and apply some bleed. Let's chomp. Oh. Yeah, let's do that. We're good here. You're doing 22 damage. Okay, well, we block all that, so let's just go full on damage. Let's go stomp, get some more mana for next turn. Let's ride by. Gain 1 meek. Must be targeted last. -1 in turn clears. Threaten, then draw cards equal number of tokens. Okay. Okay, let's go scratch. Apply vulnerable. Let's punch. We get this back. Apply vulnerable. We can stomp. That's all we got. Oh, that's big damage incoming. Big damage. Out for blood. Oh, wait. Did we just get the 3 back? That's kind of good. Did we not get that back? Oh, and it just went away because it's over here. Deal 8 damage, draw 1 card, and gain 3 impetus. Okay. Okay, that's all I got. You're gonna bleed out, though. Scratch you to death. Haha, get wrecked. Okay, no limbs, unfortunate, but we got a bunch of meat. Let's go ahead and learn some skills here. None of these are really what I want to be doing. Right? I just, like, I want more attacks for my Chuck. Alright. Learn a new skill. What do we get? Oh, we do like gore here. Yeah, because you like to attack. And you have the scratches, so we can get this up really fast and just make that really strong. Can be upgraded. Let's upgrade your scratches. Okay, so this is likely indicating how many well, it is indicating how many upgrades there are. I still don't know what the circle is doing, though. Deal 2 damage 2 times. I like that. Gonna go with just more damage. We can also upgrade Bite. Deal 8 damage, apply 2 bleed. Deal 6 damage, apply 2 bleed. Bleed 3. When targeting enemies with sufficient bleeds will consume its... Oh, I see. Okay. So now I understand why that other card didn't trigger, because there wasn't enough bleed for it to actually work. Got it. There was just a strange flash of light in my room. That was a little bit creepy. We're going to do more damage or more bleed. I think I'm going to take the Bite, because we could potentially build around that, build a little bit more bleed. Now all of a sudden we can upgrade this? Am I wrong in thinking that this wasn't upgradable before? I thought it was just these 3. Okay. Instinct. Start a combat, put on the top of your deck. No, I actually don't want either of these. But I also don't want to discard. Discard experience to reroll possible upgrade. Because I don't want to go with either of these. Okay, let's see if this actually gets rid of it. I hope not. I don't know. Okay. New skill. Gain 6 blocks, draw a card. I think I'm going to go with this. Gain 2 threat and apply 1 week. If I already had threat and apply 1 week to all... No, I think I'm going to go with the 6 blocks, draw a card. Then can be upgraded. So we can... Okay, so right now, defend is the only one that can be upgraded. I'm going to take this upgrade. Okay, so that's it. I was just kind of telling myself that to see if anything else happened. Okay, so we got 2 monster parts. We got a bunch of flesh, which turned into money. Got it. So you can heal your monsters with food, but you want to save the food so that way you get more money. Ah, you're back. Yes, sir. The squad took a beating and we lost, but we have successfully completed the mission. Well, I'll be damned. You're one of the few who actually complete the first mission. You have talent, kid. Here's a little extra spend on your new batch of creatures. You can return 626 and 627 to Miss Barnes there. Good luck, Private. I'll be keeping my eye on you. Until you lose it. Alright. Preserve away. We're going to get to make some new monsters. Hello, Ms. Barnes. This is Private Ganyonz. Oh my, you're as green as they come. Hello there, I'm Lieutenant Bernstein, but as you know, everyone calls me Miss Barnes. Now, how can I help you? I was told by Major Singh to come here and register for stable space. Alright, dearie, let me take you to your assigned slots. Just so you know, I also deal with retiring creatures from combat duty. What do they do when they retire? Usually pull plows, run the electric wheels, or send messages through the city. Alright, here we are. Leave squad, create monster. Wait, do I have to lose him? Now now what? Ah, finally I have duty. I can head over to the chop shop for new parts. The academy for new moves. Or I can slim down my move sets at the fugue. Oh, wait, and that's it? So, if I want to go... Let's see, Chop Shop is where I learn new stuff. All things are fresh from the wilds and straight from the chopping block. Anything in mind? Just finished my first mission, so I'm looking to expand my catalog. Alright, have at it. Got it. So we can pick new parts. So, again, I'm not really sure... Let's see, so can I come back here? Let's create a monster again. I guess I'm not sure what is making, what is indicating what cards we can get. So let's go ahead and do this. I want to make another monster. Let's do this. Tail. Okay, now it can have a tail. This is a new one, so let's put that in. This is Tony. Now, how to, like, sure, we get to make how he looks, but what, like, is this just aesthetics? So, like, if I take gore, or actually, let's make him like a blocker. So we'll take Wall of Flesh, take Defend, we'll take Toughen, and we'll take Unyielding. Yeah, like, so like, I don't know what these are doing. And I guess we can just make as many monsters as we want, which is kind of cool. So you can kind of swap them around and, like, have different teams and try that. But yeah, I'm not sure what creating the monsters is necessarily doing other than aesthetics. And then we had the Fugue is where we unlearn stuff. What was the Academy again? Welcome to the Academy. I haven't seen you around here before. New? Yes, ma'am. Private Ganyonz. Well met, Ganyonz. You can call me Sergeant Rosie in public or just Rosie in private. I take care of this facility. Here we train and develop tactics for battle. If you need one of your little friends train, me or one of my team can help you out with that. Thank you, Rosie. Glad to be of help, Ganyonz. Just remember that what your creature learns will lead to general specialization in that creature. Good luck, Private Ganyonz. Go out there and make us proud. I will. Thanks again, Rosie. So, okay, so yeah, so I can learn specific cards. But again, the cards are exactly the same. Okay, so there are certain cards where you do need, okay, this is the answer I was looking for. So for the most part, I understand the system where there are different cards that have certain types of body parts required. So to me, this looks like, for the most part, they are just aesthetic, the different body parts. Because if you wanted to just have Fang, like, obviously, like, there's going to be different heads, right, that have, like, different teeth. But for legs, for example, you could have this, you could have claws, you could have hooves. So there's going to be multiple different legs in that category, and then in that category, it's mostly just aesthetic. I was thinking that, like, this specific leg would have an attached, like a card attached to it that you could add to your deck, and this leg would have a different card attached to it that you could add to your deck. That would have been, I think, a little bit more interesting, because it would have given a reason to have very specific body parts, as opposed to, at least what I'm assuming to be the case, that is just, it's basically different aesthetics in a simple category. And then we can always dispatch and go to another, let's see. So let me just look at this real quick. So let's go to Forest. Yeah, and then we can pick missions. Got it. So there's a little bit of like a, and I can't actually go back. Yeah, there's some weird UI design choices. Like, I can't go back from here. Like, I have to select a quest. Otherwise, I just have to go back to the main menu. So, okay, let's discuss this. The Corpsmen. Initially, before I even started, I was looking through the menus. Went to the settings. And unfortunately, there's no 4K, which, I mean, that's just a personal thing. However, there was something that happened that kind of, potentially, I'll say rubbed me the wrong way. Not rubbed me the wrong way. That's the wrong way. That's the wrong way to put it. Put me on my toes, I'll say. And it was a very small thing that ultimately is not important for gameplay, but it was just kind of it was a signal to me. And that is this very small thing. That the cursor goes behind the resolution menu. Now, that doesn't seem like it's a really important thing, the fact that if you drop down the menu, the cursor is behind. However, what that signals to me to look out for is overall polish. Something like this, I should be able to, my cursor should hover right over this menu and be able to click any of these. There should maybe be like a highlight on these so I know exactly what I'm clicking on. And so I took that, and I didn't want to say anything at the beginning of the video because for the most part, if you're looking at this video strictly at the gameplay, that's not important at all. And I think it is important for someone coming in and looking at a video like this. I've been trying to be a little bit less biased at the front and give my opinions just straight on the back end. So that way people who are watching the video and watching the gameplay for the first time don't have their opinions biased at all from my opinion. That being said, I went into this game with a grain of salt just because of that one thing, because if that's going to be your first impression of the game, to me, is having your cursor go in between the menus, it's going to throw me off. So that being said, there were definitely some UI choices and overall design choices that were kind of odd, right? So when it came to like the tutorial, for example, I had no context for the cards that I was taking. I had no context for what my deck would look like. So to have my first creature, and first creature, I don't think it's the same. It's not necessarily the same thing as, let's say, to like Pokemon, right? You start Pokemon, you pick your starter. Every starter is going to be the same. Obviously, there's different EVs and IVs, but that's over the top of 99% of players who are actually picking up a Pokemon game. And you're like, oh, this Charmander looks sweet. And then you're going to attach the Charmander, you're going to grow it up, and it's going to be your cool little monster. So with this game, I would assume would kind of happen is you're probably just going to dumpster your first creature just because, eventually you're going to find new parts and it's going to just outshine the basic starter monster. But that being said, I do wish that if you're going to give me a tutorial like this, teach me how the game works as far as deck building goes before you have me select cards. I'm not sure that it would have changed my decisions all that much, to be fair. But I think that having that context of how the game functions and the fact that we're going to get 2 other monsters and it's going to essentially be 3 mini decks put together, I think could drastically change, because I don't think I would have mixed I don't think I would have mixed my deck to have like attacks and blocks. I probably just would have gone like all aggression. Other weird design choices, like we just saw at the end, where I can't back out of mission select. I haven't dispatched yet, right? I understand that they said, like, if you go into hard or hellish mode, you're not going to be able to back out. Sure, I understand that. But I hadn't selected my mission yet. I'm still technically in the hub world, right? Choosing where to be dispatched. So the fact that I can't go back to the menu is just another, like, it's a very small thing. The UI option, like the UI, hang on. Let my brain catch up to my mouth. What enemies were doing, their intentions. The fact that like the tooltips were fairly good for things like the strength, for the toughness, for all the different debuffs and buffs. It was perfectly serviceable. But the intentions that they were actually doing had nothing, which was a little bit odd. I would assume that if you're doing the work to do all the tooltips, why wouldn't you have the tooltips on that and that be the only thing there were no tooltips on? But I have a feeling, to be fair, I think that one of the things that I was not sure of, and I just thought of this, is when I was upgrading the cards and I was saying there's like a circle around the number in the top left. That was probably explained in the first tutorial, the one that I accidentally skipped through, right? I only saw page 1 out of 10, and that was mostly because there were no arrows on the side, right? It just said press to continue. So I pressed, and rather than going to the next page, it just skipped the whole thing. And we kind of saw that in the next batch of tutorials that came later. I could press the actual tutorial screen to progress forward, but I couldn't go backward in any way, which again is like an odd choice. Why not just put arrows so that way you can just scroll through the pages at your leisure? So I'm guessing that in that first tutorial section is where they actually told you the structure of their cards, because that seems like one of the first things that you would probably teach in tutorials. And if I remember, it was right after we select our deck, or right before. I think it was right before we selected our deck, which is likely where you would want to put that tutorial menu anyway. So that was probably explained. That was probably my bad that I skipped over that. And I was thinking about that after, so I can't necessarily, knock the game for that. I do really like the system where the more you attack, the more you defend. It kind of gives your monsters personality. Not only in terms of what cards they can learn, but also in battle, it increases their strength and increases the amount they can block. I do really like that system. That is something that I don't think that I've seen in a deck builder before, and it is a nice, unique twist on it. The fact that it's kind of an additional way to represent your monsters liking what they do and leaning into that a bit more. So your aggressive monsters are going to keep getting stronger as the fight goes on. Your more defensive monsters are going to get more defensive as the fight goes on. I do really like that system. That was really good. Not sure how the stuns were coming out. I'm 99% sure none of my cards said that they could stun. It was just kind of happening. So things like that I wish were explained a little bit better, kind of the intricacies of battle. But for the most part, it's a deck builder. You kind of, it's all things we've seen before, but just like with different words, right? We have mana. We know how many cards are being drawn. We have a discard pile. Some of the keywords changed, right? Vulnerable was not nearly as good as I thought it was going to be. I thought vulnerable was, again, like an extra 50% damage, but it was just 1 damage. It only stuck around for 1 attack rather than 1 turn per stack. So definitely not as good as I originally thought. But the upgrade system is pretty cool. It's a little it's definitely a little bit more random than I typically like in deck builders, because I like to have some consistency in knowing the path I'm going to upgrade. But it seems like each card has multiple different cards they can upgrade into. Now, that being said, I think that because this is kind of a monster, not really a monster tamer, more of a monster builder, but because of that, I think the randomness is okay, because likely if you were to play this for quite a while, you would likely build new monsters over time. And if you had a monster that wasn't really panning out and didn't get the upgrades you wanted, you would likely just build a new monster and build it up. That's at least what I assume the gameplay loop would be like, right? Because it is kind of a Monster Hunter style where you're going out, completing a single run, coming back, upgrading, going back out, doing a slightly harder run, coming back, collecting resources, that kind of thing. Now, all that being said, like the actual gameplay, the actual deck building, I think is perfectly serviceable. I don't have any issues there. It was more so just like the polish around the rest of the game. The opening the cutscenes are, I mean, they're very simple, right? They're very minimal. There was a little bit, I was a little off-put at the very beginning, because before you actually start the game, there is an opening cutscene very similar to the one in terms of style that we saw when we started the game. And I wasn't sure what the overall tone of the game was going to be, because there was kind of a shot where it brought in both the protagonist characters, and the male just goes, "We are the Corpsmen." Like, very deep, very like, I don't know, very like trying to be like dark and mysterious, not really mysterious, but more just like dark and strong. And I was like, oh, but this music was going on and the tone didn't exactly match. So I was like, what kind of tone are we going for here? It's definitely more of a lighthearted tone, so it kind of set me off. Again, it was one of those things that, like, my opinion, my bias, and my initial impression was just slightly off from what the tone was actually going to be. So all that being said, right, gameplay I think is totally serviceable. I think just overall, like, the polish isn't really there, which is especially, I think especially a downside considering this game's been in early access for 3 years. So let's talk about the big thing here that I think it needs to be addressed here is the price. The price is $20. Now for $20, or let me correct this. From what I remember, I'm going to see, I looked these up beforehand so I could pull these out of my hat. Now, I know for a fact Monster Train is $25, which is $5 more expensive than Corpsmen. However, Monster Train is really good. For less than $20, you could buy Indy's Lies for $15. You could buy Vault of the Void. That's currently going for $18. You could buy Slay the Spire for $8. You could buy, I think Cobalt Core is currently going for $15-ish, I think. I don't remember, but I believe it's below, I think it's below that that $20 mark. So the reason I picked those out is just because, well, there's a million deck builders out there, right? There's definitely way more than that. Those were just kind of the core ones that, Balatro is $15. These are all like, not necessarily Indy's Lies and Vault of the Void, right? But out of Balatro, Slay the Spire, Monster Train, and what was the other one I listed off? Anyway, Monster Train, but Monster Train's a little bit more, right? Out of those are like the top of the top of deck builders on Steam. If you're going to price yourself more than those games, I think you have to really bring your A game. Because otherwise, it's one of those things that you see in reviews all the time that isn't necessarily fair all the time. But it is kind of like, why would you spend $20 on this when you could spend $8 on Slay the Spire? Obviously, there's a little bit of different gameplay here, and that's not like a super fair comparison because the deck building aspects are quite a bit different. I think that it's much more fair to compare this to something like Indy's Lies, and which I've been playing recently, mostly because there's new DLC coming out, so I kind of want to learn the game a little bit before. I'll probably be doing a video on Indy's Lies here coming up soon. But just based on that, like, do I think this game is worth more than Indy's Lies? No, I think Indy's Lies is a much more polished game. And so I kind of wonder, I noticed a lot in the comment section of the Steam page for the Corpsemen that a lot of people, right now it has a mixed review. There's 33 reviews, and let's see, what is it actually? It's actually 60% positive, which, you know, it's not necessarily great. And a lot of the negative reviews were mostly talking about the fact that it's been in early access forever, like what's going on with it. So it is finally coming out in full release, but I would expect that a game that's been in early access for 3 years would be a lot better off than it is now. I don't think the core gameplay is bad, like I said, but for having been in early access for that long and having a $20 price tag, there's got to be quite a bit more polished than this, I think, in order to justify the $20 price tag, especially when you're in such high competition with other games on Steam. I'm not sure how exactly you would justify this game to someone else unless they just really, really like monster collectors. Yeah. So those are my thoughts, guys. What do you think about the Corpsemen? Let me know down below what you thought about it. Do you think I'm being too harsh in the game? Do you think I'm being fair? Do you think I'm not harsh enough? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you like what you saw and you had some fun, would you kindly smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more roguelike action? But guys, that's going to do it for me today. I've been Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.